perhaps we take a little foray as a nation away from 80-year-olds after this.
Oh, look at you! Look at Taylor. All of a sudden, he's had an inkling that maybe 80's too old. Right after Trump tweets this pro-Ukrainian tweet, do we see a connection here? Maybe. Oh, I think so.
I drew the line. It's a straight.
You want to read this tweet for us, Taylor? Because I know it's like venom in your mouth.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. See, and his posts, there is no pithiness. Do you remember the reason his posts were funny on Twitter back in the day is because they were pithy and insulting and like totally uncouth for someone in that position. Yeah. Now it's like just boomer Facebook screeds with like random words capitalized. All right, I'll read this.
Can you show it while Taylor reads it? Zach.
After getting to know and fully understand the Ukraine-Russia military and economic situation, and after seeing the economic trouble it caused in Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form, with time, patience, and the financial support of Europe, and in particular NATO. The original borders from where this war started is very much an option. Why not? Russia has been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years, a war that should have taken a real military power, of course, capitalized per APA guidelines, less than a week to win. This is not distinguishing Russia. In fact, it is very much making them look like a paper tiger. When the people living in Moscow and all the great cities, towns, and districts all throughout Russia find out what's really going on in this war, the fact that it's almost impossible for them to get gasoline, got to capitalize gasoline, through the long lines that are being formed, and all the other things that are taking place in their war economy, where most of their money is being spent on fighting Ukraine, which has great spirit and only getting better. Ukraine would be able to take back their country in its original form, and who knows, maybe even go further than that. Putin and Russia are in big economic trouble, and this is the time for Ukraine to act. In any event, I wish both countries well. We will continue to supply weapons to NATO and for NATO to do what they want with them. Good luck to all.
Let's go. This is
no
how
new
you
wars,
win me over.
No new wars. Awesome.
No
Sick.
new wars. This isn't a new war. You
was supposed to
isolationist.
Venezuela is the new one, Taylor, not this one.
Dude, well, that's the newest. And I'm not an isolationist. It's just wars should benefit us.
You're an isolationist, liver-livered Missouri Democrat.
The phrase.
All right, that's what I'm hearing from you. I said
if we use like the military and like against cartels, that would make sense because that fucks with us.
We're blowing up Venezuelan boats left and right.
If Taylor was brave like us, he'd send other people to war.
That's how it works. Look, they don't want us.
Thank you, Zach.
They disallow me. They take you. They put you in the Thunder Corps.
They would do
nothing with me.
You'd be trained the Paranauts.
Dude, you're 52. You're a spring chicken in the Ukraine conflict now. You can tell Ukraine is winning because of the tens of thousands of women they have fighting. That's the hallmark of a victory in occurrence. Is lots of women on the battle.
That's interesting.
I dare you.
If it's drone warfare, are women bad at it? They're bad at video games, so maybe.
No, they're great at it.
Yeah, they're bad at driving. They're bad at video games.
Yeah,
we're better than them at sports. Sick. One for the boys.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love that tweet. I love this like complete, without any build-up, flip in policy and demeanor. That's definitely not based on anything in reality. It's what I've come to suspect from the president. It's beautiful. It's genuinely like one of the few things that I didn't like about him going into the election against Kamala was his like the way he treats Zelensky and Ukraine and that conflict and how buddy he is with Putin. I've always liked his sentiment about like, hey, how about we don't spit in this guy's face at every turn? How about every turn we mention Putin, we don't call him an evil, murderous dictator? Because we might have to deal with him in a year or two, like sitting around a table. And I don't want to deal with a guy that I've been spitting venom at unnecessarily. That makes tons of sense. Like they always show that picture of Obama mean mugging Putin, like he's going to intimidate him. Meanwhile, there's like audio of him talking to Medvedev about after the election, I could be a lot more lenient on this and that. I can be more flexible, but we need to wait till after the election. It's like
collusion. Oh.
That's nonsense. I would like some diplomacy between our world leaders. But on the other hand, like I love this policy change. He wasn't.
Oh,
that's a good picture, man. He looks so like I don't know. Trump's a pussy in comparison.
In comparison to
Trump would beat the shit out of Obama. What are you talking about?
To Obama.
Oh, stop!
Not only would he beat Obama in
That's
hand-to-hand combat, he'd beat him in basketball.
I mean, let's. I
you
mean,
wouldn't beat him in golf.
I mean,
Obama would be
is
sitting
Obama
there
a
all
golfer?
bruised and bloody, smoking
Just
a
talking shit. I don't
menthol
know.
cigarette, and Trump would be
I
triumphant.
don't know. They're all
like,
presidents. They can probably all golf. That's a rich person thing.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, they all.
I would guess we couldn't have a president who was embarrassing himself on the golf course.
I do know that Obama golfed because I remember Trump saying that Obama golfs all the time and he wouldn't have time to golf. That was part of his campaign pledge.
And that was a fib. He was.
I don't know. Maybe we get something important from Argentina and suddenly not having it.
The same as Ukraine's government failing. Doesn't impact Americans really at all.
Oh, don't do this. You communist bastard. You know, just let those Ukrainian freedom fighters do their thing. All right. They gave you what you wanted. We're not giving them a dime anymore. We're not.
Dude, I just said they have tens of thousands of women fighting, which is a sign of a side that is currently dominating in a war.
We have tens of thousands of women fighting in our armed forces. I think
yeah. Do they?
Is it
out of volunteering or out of desperation? Because there's difference.
Does anyone work because they enjoy it, other than like maybe 1% of people? Like, yeah, I'd do this even if they didn't pay me. No, everybody's working to get their nut. Everybody's working to get their nut. Nobody's showing up at 8 a.m. at the fucking money factory because they do it for the love of the game.
I'm just sick of it, man. You've been a Zelensky boy for 3 years now.
All I'm saying is I'm fighting for truth, justice, in the American way, and that involves supporting Ukraine in their freedom fight against the children kidnapping orcs from the fucking east. This is literally like when they were lighting the beacons, and Aragorn runs in. The beacons are lit. Fucking Taylor's over there like, nah, we're staying right here. Actually, let's build a big wall here around this little hill we all live on, and no orcs will ever bother us. They'll only Rohan stands.
It's a powerful argument, Taylor.
It's a retarded argument.
Those orcs don't have anything against.
You just don't appreciate Lord of the
Rings. Those are Mordor.
Don't even joke.
Those are Mordor orcs.
I almost said you don't appreciate Game of Thrones because that's funnier.
Our fight is with the White Tower. Our fight is with the White Tower and Saruman, the supposedly white, not with Mordor. And they're like, I don't know. I think they're very close.
Your comparison would work if Mordor spent years trying and failing to take small pieces of Osgiliath, but they didn't because Mordor was a big threat to the whole free peoples of Middle-earth. Russia can't even fucking conquer Ukraine. No, I'm saying that
Russia has conquered a larger portion of Ukraine than Osgiliath takes up. Osgiliath is a little port town that looks like 500 people live in it.
Wrong. Osgiliath is not a port town, moron.
What is that? They're on like a river or something there. Is that not a port town?
Oh, being on a river's a port town now?
Is it not? Am I wrong?
No, you have to be on some. Well, you have to be on something called a port, which is usually on the sea.
Let's see what Google says. If you're on a river.
Yeah, is it St. Louis a port town? I think it is.
Nah, not a real port town. You have to be on the ocean to have a port. Yeah,
yes,
little less.
You're on a port town if you're on a river and have a harbor where ships can dock and load and unload. I seem to remember the fucking
Did
orcs.
Taylor call you a moron for thinking it was a port town?
He did, even though he lives in
not a real port
that he can't identify.
I really feel like there's a your rubber on blue situation going on here.
Well, that is, and guess what? I'm rubber.
Digging your
rubber.
No, I'm the rubber. I'm the fucking rubber. I'm the rubber.
See,
bounces off me and sticks to you.
I don't know that one. We didn't do that one in school.
You didn't do that one? Mm-hmm. No, dude, Russia, like if Mordor was as inept as Russia in war, fucking Faramir would have never had to apologize to Denethor because he would have defended handily. They would have pushed back little meters at a time.
I tell this to Jackie every day.
And Jackie still doesn't get it. Number one, Osgiliath is on a port town. Number two, Mordor
says it
is not a threat.
I'll even ask if Osgiliath is a port town.
Wait, what did you ask the first time?
Is a town on a river with a harbor a port town? And it said, yeah.
Where's my Lord of the Rings map?
Just with your helmet.
It's a strategic location on the Anduin, made in Gondor's chief trade center. It's literally a hub for water transportation connecting the coastal cities of Pelagar and the inland territories.
Oh my gosh. Taylor, would you learn something about Lord of the Rings?
Here's this decline.
just so
Osgilia's
much
status as a port
misinformation.
city.
If I were the
declined
Biden administration, I'd be
itself.
requisitioning YouTube to have this section removed.
Read
Yeah,
your
dude.
Silmarillion sometime. Jesus.
Look at a map. It's on a
Gotta
river.
be handheld
It's
through
on
a bit
a
of
river.
Tolkien lore.
If Russia was as powerful as Mordor, I would be all in. I'd be like, we need to put a stop to this because they're creating trolls. They're creating a new kind of orc called an Uruk-hai, and they're smarter and stronger and faster.
That they didn't do that. That was the White Hand. That
Yeah,
had nothing to do with Mordor.
I'm saying-
They didn't
well,
breed orcs with goblin men.
So at
where is
the
this town?
in the Return of the King, most of the Isengard Uruk-hai are in Mordor at
northwest
that
of
point
Mordor,
because
I
they
believe.
fled after the Ents destroyed Isengard.
See those rivers converging there?
So
Where
see,
the delta is?
This
Right.
is a terrible map. We do better than this.
do you
It's
see
like
where?
red on white.
All right, so see where it says Minas Tirith, where his Osgiliath, right there. It's on the river.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the port town of Osgiliath there on the river.
Oh, to the right of Minas Tirith. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the river town of Osgiliath.
That's vibing Port Town. I don't.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Checkmate.
I do.
And I just don't know why we can't support Ukraine in their war. You know, we're not even giving them money anymore, Taylor. We're selling. If anything, it's a boon to our economy because NATO is, or the European Union or whatever, is buying those arms from Donald Trump's United States.
As a taxpayer, I deserve a jewel, or one
What
of,
kind
or,
of jewel?
whatever we're getting from Ukraine. I deserve a chunk of it.
There used to
All
be
of us
this-
are taxpayers. We all deserve a reward.
Well, when we
Consummate
turn
to
a-
our contribution.
And when we turn a profit, you'll get one. We've been running in
Actually,
a
what
deficit
are
for decades.
what are we getting? What kind of stones or minerals or do you? I genuinely don't know.
They've mentioned rare earth minerals, but when you look at what Ukraine actually produces, it's a lot of what you might think of as common metals like nickel and iron, but I suppose those are strategic resources. But I got to imagine that there's some sort of rare earth elements there as well.
Yeah,
Some
there's
sort-
no
some
way
of
they're giving
some of
us
the stuff
iron.
used for nuclear science or something.
We're getting fucking hosed if we're getting iron or nickel.
Well, it's a dollar amount, so it doesn't matter if it's wheat or water or air. Like there's a dollar amount value assigned to what we get. We get some.
Yeah, but there's a
enormous
pride
percentage.
aspect to it too.
Is there? You know,
It should be rubies, should be sapphires, should be something precious. that we
Okay,
can get.
Jafar. I want the crown jewels of Kiev.
Yeah. Dude, I saw Trump doing like the pro-Ukraine thing, and my first thought was like, oh, Kyle's gonna be so stoked on this. Damn it.
I saw them
almost
bailing
as good as a
out
Georgia victory.
Argentina. I'm like, Taylor's gonna hate this.
I
Yeah,
didn't like that either.
doing
Yeah,
anything for not
because-
America is like, stop.